Hey everyone, I'm C-Dub, here with Chronocord Gaming and my picks for 6 great games under $20, available for download on your choice of online gaming marketplace. First up is Hotline Miami by Denation Games, published by Devolver Digital, and is available for Windows, OS X, PlayStation 3, 4, and Vita for a cost of $9.99 US. Hotline Miami is a 2D top-down action/stealth/combat game soaked in neon and heavily influenced by 1980s culture. You play as an unnamed protagonist, instructed to do horrific things to people by messages on your answering machine. Prior to beginning each chapter, you choose from various animal masks to wear, each of them providing you with unique abilities. The goal in each stage is to slay as many enemies with the weapons you find as quickly and violently as you can and exit the building. Most players will require more than one try to defeat even the earliest stages of the game, and the enemy AI's unpredictability factor can create challenges for even experienced players. You are scored for your efforts in a number of categories, earning points to unlock more powerful weapons, as well as new masks, depending on your score. If you enjoy stealth games like Metal Gear Solid, combat planning and execution games like Rainbow Six, and are still stuck in the 80s, you will be knocked over dead by Hotline Miami. Limbo, a dark 2D side-scroll puzzle platformer by Danish indie dev Playdead, puts you in control of an unnamed boy who awakens in the middle of a forest on the edge of hell, tasked with finding his missing older sister. Available for Windows, OS X, Linux, SteamOS, iOS, Android, and both Sony and Microsoft gaming consoles at a price of $9.99. Limbo is a trip through an expansive, horrific world of dangers that await you at your every move. Borrowing heavily from the cinematic film noir style, Limbo combines intuitive, simple controls with clever puzzles you, the player, must solve to prevent your demise. Trial by Death is the name of the game, and thankfully, the game is forgiving by putting you right back into the action with very little wait. You will encounter a number of obstacles and traps on your journey, including spiders, giant rocks, pits, sharp objects, electrified objects, and more. The minimalistic approach allows the player to focus on the puzzles and traps that await, with the difficulty and intricacy ramping up at a comfortably challenging pace. I found myself pleasantly frustrated in a few sections, but soon felt greatly rewarded by the feeling of figuring it out. If you're a film noir buff, enjoy platform games with a twist, or perhaps even a horror movie fan, Limbo will not disappoint. Atención luchadores! Guacamelee, available for Windows, OS X, Linux, Wii U, and both Sony and Microsoft consoles for a price of $14.99 US, is a Metroidvania-style action platformer/beat-em-up, where you assume the role of Juan, an agave farmer turned powerful luchador. Juan is in love with El Presidente's daughter, who was kidnapped by an evil skeleton named Carlos Calaca. In his attempt to thwart Calaca's crime, Juan is killed, and in the land of the dead is given a mysterious mask that brings him back to life. Your quest will bring you mucho dinero, which you can use to unlock upgrades to your health and stamina, as well as classic pro wrestling attacks like the suplex and pile driver. Other unlockable abilities like double jumping, chicken magic, wall jumping, and dashing give players a great sense of achievement when realizing the extent of their newfound mobility. The combat style in Guacamelee is great, allowing skilled players the ability to string together colossal combos, which you're going to need to master as you continue on your quest to stop Calaca's evil Banda de Muerte and rescue El Presidente's daughter. If you're a fan of pro wrestling, lucha libre, and the Metroidvania genre, check out Guacamelee. Retro City Rampage by V-Blank Entertainment is an action-adventure ode to 80s and 90s pop culture. Set in 1985 and heavily inspired by the Grand Theft Auto series, Retro City Rampage includes not only a main story mission, but also arcade-style challenges and a great free-roaming mode that allows you to wreak havoc on the city of Theftropolis. The reckless abandon found here, presented in an 8-bit style, is just as satisfying as big-budget HD titles like GTA 5. Including pop culture and video game references to such games as Super Mario Bros., Mega Man, Metal Gear, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, endears Retro City Rampage to my generation of late 20s, early 30s gamers from the NES era. Retro City Rampage is available for Windows, OS X, Wii, and both Microsoft and Sony consoles for a cost of $9.99 US. If you enjoy the wild carnage of GTA, enjoy humor peppered with pop culture references like Family Guy, or if you're just an old-school 8-bit era gamer looking for a fun game to give a whirl, try out Retro City Rampage. Cellar Door Games' platformer Rogue Legacy is a fun roguelike dungeon explorer, available for Windows, Linux, OS X, PS3, Vita, and PlayStation 4 consoles, at a price of $16.99 US. Sorry, Microsoft fans. Rogue Legacy is unique from most other platformers in the sense that you get to explore a new, randomly generated dungeon after every death, and there will be many. After your demise, you can choose from one of 3 randomly generated heirs, each with unique characteristics and abilities that affect gameplay in different ways. From your character being afflicted with dwarfism, in which you can fit into small secret gaps otherwise inaccessible, to near and farsightedness, making things blurry beyond your field of vision, and my personal favorite, the flatulent hero with IBS. Collecting gold so you can upgrade your abilities for the next heir is the main focus of Rogue Legacy, along with defeating all 4 bosses to unlock the final battle. The unlocks are satisfying and feature a surprisingly deep stat system. Enemies evolve in turn with heirs, providing perhaps infinite replay value. The heir system allows players to remain invested in the quest without being deterred by failure, and while the controls are simple, once upgraded fully, your heirs become fleet of foot killing machines, able to clear through the entirety of the castle. If you enjoyed the 1980 PC classic Rogue, are a fan of the Legend of Zelda series, or want a unique twist to an old genre, pick up Rogue Legacy. Last, but certainly not least, Shovel Knight by Yacht Club Games. One of the best NES platformers, created decades too late. You control the Shovel Knight, fighting to rescue the Peach to your Mario, Shield Knight, from the clutches of the evil Enchantress. Before you can reach Shield Knight at the challenging Tower of Fate, you must vanquish the 8 members of the Order of No Quarter, sent by the Enchantress to stop Shovel Knight. Armed with, what else, a shovel, as well as an array of unlockable secondary items and weapons, Shovel Knight digs, hacks, and pogo jumps his way through vibrant, memorable levels, each with their own outstanding theme music. PlayStation players will find a console-exclusive boss fight against Kratos from the God of War series, while Xbox One players will do battle with Rash, Zitz, and Pimple, the Battletoads. If you enjoy great NES platformers like DuckTales and Mega Man, if you're a fan of 8-bit chiptunes, or have a thing for shovels, spend $14.99 US and download Shovel Knight today for Windows, Linux, OS X, 3DS, Wii U, Xbox One, and all Sony consoles. Be sure to subscribe to Chronocord here on YouTube for all of our great content as soon as it's uploaded, and follow us across the web. Drop us a comment and let everyone know what you think about these 6 great games. For Chronocord, this is C-Dub. Thanks for watching.